Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Hot Mic Cold Tea. I'm your host Fabs V, along with Official Beats and Christy B. Tonight, our episode is going to be about kids in crisis, murder plots, online influence, and parents on trial. So grab your drink, sip slow, keep quiet. All right. Tonight's episode is going to discuss violence allegedly involving minors, school threats, child abuse, child death, online grooming, and disturbing allegations. So viewer discretion is advised.
Hot mic, cold tea with a shady unfolds. Red flag or nah with the real gets told. We petty for real, never on chill. Watching our show, you know the tea gon' spill. Let the grown folks speak. This show not for the weak. Put the truth in the cup, drama mix it up. Talk split, get checked. We don't play. Ayy, mic check 1 2 1 2. And if you want the tea, then you should come through. Mic check 1 2 1 2. It's Christy B, Official Beats, advise me with the news. Mic check 1 2 1 2. And if you want the tea, then you should come through. Mic check 1 2 1 2. It's Christy B, Official Beats, advise me
You
with
are
the
my
news.
fucking best friend. Who are you?
How was you guys this week?
Copacetic.
Boring. No
Boring.
exciting news. Boring. Boring. Boom. I'm glad it's over.
Really?
Yeah.
See you got your praise in. Okay, that's cute.
I tried.
Something different. Okay.
Something different.
Okay. All right. So we're going to start the show off with the case of the two Florida teens who thought it was a good idea to create a murder plot, get caught, and then laugh about going to jail while they're arrested in the police cruiser. Okay. So if you haven't heard the story, the Florida teenagers Isabel Valdez and Louise Lippert, both students at Lake Brantley High School, were reportedly arrested and charged as adults after authorities accused them of planning an attack against a male classmate. According to the allegations, the student was allegedly targeted because the teens believed he resembled the Sandy Hook shooter, Adam Lanza. Authorities allege they planned to lure or attack him in the school bathroom, and police described an alleged blood ritual involving cutting the victim's throat and drinking his blood. Authorities were alerted through an anonymous report submitting using Florida's Fortify FL, which is a school safety reporting system. Police reportedly recovered a knife, gloves, and wipes from the backpacks. The defendants have pleaded not guilty, and the allegations have not been proven at trial.
Yeah, crazy to say this.
I have so many questions. Okay. First of all right. You decided that you wanted to do a murder plot because a student looked like a school shooter from another school, another case, another town, another city. Okay, but why? What does killing him actually going to do?
They wanted to kill.
These kids are, both these girls are disturbed little girls, to say the least.
Very much
Like
so.
the fact that they plotted to kill this boy, like you said, over a school shooter, that's just very menacing and disturbing. Like,
But who thinks of that?
well,
He looks like the school shooter. Let me go. Let's go kill him.
right, they have an infatuation.
Them.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
true.
Okay, that's fair. But I'm not understanding though. I'm missing something. Like, for one, why do you feel that this kid looked like a school shooter? Like, maybe he did. Okay, they wanted to target this boy for another reason, and they just used that as an excuse.
Yeah.
They needed to do a blood
Absolutely.
ritual, so they decided that this boy looks like a school shooter, and we're going to attack him.
And the fact that they were like giggling and all happy, like they were.
No, we ain't get to that part yet.
Oh, okay,
We're just
okay.
stuck on the case where
Okay.
the facts of the case that are pending at the moment of why this is even in the news
Right.
now.
Right.
Because none of the allegations make any sense. I'm so confused. Since you want to move on to the giggling part, let's move on to that.
Yeah.
Because watching the footage that was put, shouts to Law and Crime Network again, as always.
Mhm.
But for one, you're going to prison for attempted murder, and you're laughing and asking the police officer, "Hey, are we going to be in the same? Are we going to stay in jail? Oh, we get to be roommates. Oh my God, yes. I didn't do my makeup for my mugshot. I forgot to do my makeup this morning. My mom's going to be so mad at me. I'm going to be so grounded.
Like any of that bullshit really matters because you're going to jail for murder.
Well,
And
they didn't know that they were going to prison. They thought because they were underage, they were
They were going to
going
juvie.
to.
juvie, yeah.
But still.
They
So
were
that's what it
definitely
was.
playing the system. Sorry.
But still, that's not funny. That's not a joke.
Mhm.
It's not.
You're going.
But
Go ahead.
when you've been in and out of the juvie system, it's nothing to you. That's just how I'm assuming you would think of it. I've never been, so I don't know. But the way they laughed was chilling. It was extremely disturbing. And every time I watched that video, I don't know why I thought it was going to get better for me, but it kind of just got worse.
It got better because they were charged for the acts and they were acting like it didn't matter. They were so calm and nonchalant, like,
That's not better. That's a worse situation.
I was being sarcastic.
Yeah.
Oh,
It got better. Of course, it got better. Yeah, they were like, okay, like they were gonna get out like tomorrow or some shit. Like they were just sitting in timeout.
Right. That's why I'm confused.
That shit is just crazy. Like they were gonna be suspended from school or something, and they was gonna go right back to the public. No harm, no foul.
But it was explained to them when they got arrested in the school what was happening.
Yeah.
And they took it as they were going on their vacation. Jail is not a vacation. I don't care what you go to juvie, you go to prison, you go to jail. I don't care which one it is. That's not a vacation. No matter how long you're in there, no matter how long you're not in there.
I just feel like the parents are failing them because ain't no way your upbringing is that dismissive. You don't understand murder. You don't understand. I mean, you understand it to the point where if I do this, I'm gonna, it's okay. I'm a child. They can't lock me away. Like, please, because that's how they were acting. Like they can't.
Yeah,
they were acting like I can't get put away.
They were acting like they just got accepted into the same college and they were about to be roommates.
Right. Like, this ain't no school trip.
And for their age and the way that they were acting is disturbing.
Yeah.
But then 14, you say,
15?
Oh, my mom's going to ground me. I'm going to be so grounded till I'm an adult.
Yeah.
You will be in jail. But how does your mind go from want to attempt to murder this boy to, oh my God, my mom's going to ground me till I'm an adult?
But that didn't even sound believable to me.
Yeah.
So I feel like these girls, I mean, I know as parents you get tired. They were probably tired of them. They were probably very tired of them getting in trouble, going through the court system. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, disgusting is the only word I have for it.
I can't even, and then their age is just, and then they're saying that they were in this cult, online cult. For people who plot against other people, like they do like murder cult. It's a murder cult.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, how and why how did they find that? Like, how did they just become a part of this? And were they influenced by that cult?
I don't know. I think for you to seek something like that, you have to already have it in you. But you're looking for a group to support it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think that they were already probably had it in their minds. They both look like they were the kids nobody sat with.
Yes.
Nobody talked to.
I was going to say that.
Nobody paid attention to.
A bunch of misfits.
So I can definitely see why they would seek a group of people who think like them.
Right.
It starts here. I feel like they thought it and then they were like, okay, well, let's Google and see what we can find. And that's pretty much what they did.
And I know a lot of people catastrophize over school shootings because it's every time it happens, it's like, but why? You know what I mean? So I could get that it might be a group that like tries to like investigate, like, okay, well, this school shooter was lonely, or, maybe they had depression or something in their lives made them want to become a school shooter. Right. So I get that part. But the flip side of it, to be a murder cult, and then you just say, oh, I'm going to murder this boy because he looked like the Sandy Hook school shooter.
Yeah, that's definitely
and how much research did you do to actually be like, oh my God, I just saw him. And she said she had dreams.
She's definitely infatuated by this school shooter.
She had dreams about him. Talking about she wanted to be with him in the afterlife. But then it's like, but if you want to be with him in the afterlife, why are you killing somebody else? He's not coming back to life.
No,
what are you not understanding about that? He's dead. You kill somebody. It's like the Muslims and the virgins. If they kill, then they go to heaven and get all these virgins. It's crazy, insane. But I think I'm more intrigued by the fact that, or disturbed more so, of their age. Like, that's crazy.
Why would you think that was crazy?
I think it's more so the fact that they took the time to map out, plan, and almost execute this elaborate mission and then laughed about it.
Well, children have done it that are young.
Yeah, I think it's the content, the people, the atmosphere they've been around, all of that plays a part into all of this. It's just like Chrissy B said. It's got to be in you from a young age to plan out this elaborate mission to cause harm to an innocent boy.
It's almost like they were like the Columbine shooters, right? They were all lonely, segregated, and to themselves, right? And they plotted out the entire attack, all the way down to the T. And it's like they were a lot older, though. Not so much older, but a lot older. Not a lot older, but a little bit older. But it's like they maybe they did, because they were idolizing school shooters. Maybe they did take a page from the Columbine book. Only they just weren't shooting up the school. They were just going to kill this boy, and that was it.
Or, as we know, in quotes, it's certain positions and you can move up, in quotes, correct? Mm-hmm. So maybe, I just don't think it was just them two. I think it was
no, definitely not.
Someone like, this is how you do it, this is how you should go about it, and this is what you need to do this. And then we'll move you up. Right. You could start your own group. You could, however it goes in quotes. So this is just something like a pattern that I've seen or that I've noticed when it comes to different cults and things. But these girls are crazy.
Well, they ain't gonna be crazy in prison. A lot older, crazier people than them.
It says I think it's something to be said about the misfit culture in schools. I think we should do a deep dive into that kind of culture, like the kids that are pushed off or not included in a lot of. I think those kids need to be brought closer to
therapy.
I wouldn't say therapy. To just talk to more. Because sometimes the conversation can go way better than what they think. They already feeling like they're the misfit, the unpopular one, or the one that nobody likes or that nobody cares about. So I feel like those two girls had that done to them for them to not be so popular, which they found peace with this cult, which led them into doing the other stuff. And that feeling, that lifestyle was probably in them from the beginning. But that culture, that cult that they joined would nurture that feeling, that of belonging to something for them, which led to this boy being.
You know what else that reminded me of? Remember that case that happened, I want to say 5 years ago, where the 3 little girls were having a sleepover and they were all friends. 2 of them were best friends, and one of them was a friend that came into the best friend group, and they left the little girl in the forest after they stabbed her.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to be with Slender Man.
Yep. I remember that.
And they were that young too. So it's
definitely something. I guess
and one of the girls was actually psychotic. Her father would suffer from a psychosis, and it was never diagnosed in her. But how she convinced the other girl to do it, she had some mental illnesses too. So
yeah.
But not only did plan a murder plot, while she was arrested in prison until her trial, they found on her phone of children as young as 3.
Now that right there,
that's a whole different situation. Like y'all sure she was only 15? Cause she moving like an adult.
Now, she might have been touched far earlier than that, or she might have been touched. Period. We don't know.
But what does that have to do with?
It's gotta be some sort of infatuation, thought process in your head to make her go down this path. I feel like she was touched. I feel like somebody did something to her for her to be like that. Now, we don't know. We're never gonna know. I don't think. But
no, she admitted to it to the judge.
Okay.
But I don't see how that goes with,
because she thought it was okay. Nobody told her that it was not okay. She accepted it for what it was.
I think that could have possibly played a part, but sometimes it doesn't.
No, I believe that 100%.
Yeah,
I believe that.
I'm okay. Maybe it played like a
small part.
Right. But she was very aware what was right and what was wrong. She was very aware of that. So I'm not gonna say and make her a victim in the situation.
Oh no.
She was fully aware. And there's my 8-year-old. Do you know what CSM is? Or, do you know that you're not supposed to have that on your phone? She's going to say yes. So there was, I don't see, no.
Yeah, that is...
Maybe the parents weren't as they should have been. And like you said, Chrissy, they probably made fed up. She seemed like she was a very troubled child.
Exhausted.
And to me, it doesn't seem like she just became that way. It seems like she's probably already...
That's what I'm saying.
Had acted out, from a kid. Like, even though she's a kid now still, but younger is what I'm saying.
For her mind capacity to be that in depth in these acts, I feel like something happened to long before this case. I feel like little things. It may not be little things. It may be big things, but things happened to progress her mental to get to this point.
I don't know. I think it's something in the water. I'm gonna tell you why. Because seriously, I think it's something in the water. Because I heard a case the other day when I was on YouTube, and this boy murdered his mother and stabbed up his father. His father was in the military. His mother was like that mother that was there. Like, she was a real estate agent. She was there. She was always there for her son. He stabbed him because he couldn't get his fucking way.
Chemically imbalanced, boy. That's sad. That is horrible.
Then I heard another story about a girl who killed her mother and tried to lure her stepfather to come home so she can kill him too because she was gay.
Now that's some homophobia shit. That's not
homophobia.
Yeah, that is.
How is that homophobia? Her mother or her stepfather never said, if you are gay, then we're not going to love you ever.
Okay, but somebody died because they were gay.
No, she killed her mother because she couldn't do what she wanted to do. Mm-hmm. It came out of absolute nowhere. And it was all on home video.
So do you think that killers are born?
Man, I'm starting to think like it's something in vitro, in utero.
Girl, no. Do you think that people... Well, I'm not.
Don't
do you think that people are born killers?
I think there is a... I think that... And I don't know...
Because it maybe when a chemical imbalance during pregnancy.
That's what I just said in utero.
No. You talking about some other shit. Not that many people.
I'm not talking about IVF. I'm talking about in utero. They call it in utero.
Just say in your uterus.
Okay, and when you're pregnant. God damn it.
Like, come on now.
When you're pregnant.
Let's keep it jolly.
Because those words utero, are very similar. And I think that you were saying in vitro.
Yeah.
No,
I didn't say
in vitro, but I meant in utero. When you're pregnant.
I'm like, no. Just say in your uterus. We grown. We understand why you're pregnant. Anyway, Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Chrissy B. Want to say killers are born, but I also feel like there's a question there. There's a wonder there with when people have a chemical imbalance. I feel like they may be born that way, but acts like certain situations happen for them to develop the chemical imbalance for the chemical imbalance to start.
You know what? You know why?
You know what I'm saying? Because there's got to be a wonder in your head, and then it clicks.
You know why it's a chemical imbalance these days?
Why?
Because they took gluten out of food.
Here we go.
When gluten was in food, there was barely anybody being born with a chemical imbalance or a lot of these things happening. But then everybody wanted to be allergic to gluten. They took it out of the food, not with a chemical imbalance.
This missed that too.
Sorry.
It was killers born in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s. And even before that.
Yes, and they were all, none of them had gluten. They were all like...
Gluten had nothing to do with it.
Farmer born? Wow.
But they were still killers.
Wayne Casey?
But it wasn't... Yes, John Wayne Gacy, yes. I'm just saying, like, I'm telling you.
Born, huh?
Because if you're pregnant and you're eating, when you eat...
Hannibal Lecter?
Yes, they didn't have gluten.
They didn't have gluten, huh?
Jeez. Just saying.
So
lack of gluten.
So he had to get his gluten fix from eating people?
Maybe.
Please.
They took it out. I mean, I don't understand how all of a sudden gluten just became an issue. Like, we've been fine on it.
A lot of people are still eating gluten when they're pregnant. Because they're
not pregnant. No,
because they took it out of all the food.
I'm still eating gluten. I don't give a fuck with
They took it out of all the food. You got to get everything is gluten free. Gluten free this, gluten free that.
It's not out of all the food. Like,
I feel like the chemical imbalance happens when they suffer traumatic experiences. Certain
I don't think so.
situations.
I don't think so.
I think so. Like,
I think
it can
they're
be,
born. Like, I think they are born. I think they're all born with like a chemical imbalance that's just
okay.
unrepairable.
Okay, think about it like this: a kid, you provide your kids with Every parent wants to provide their kids with the world, right? Until that kid starts becoming like a little brat, and then you want to start saying no, right? Now, when they don't get their way and you want to discipline them, that could be traumatic for them because they want what they want. They're balancing their emotions. Now,
So
kids don't know no better, regardless. Okay. Now, not saying that that's what happened to that girl. I'm saying that it can be we can't decipher what is a chemical imbalance, what's a trauma to a child. We can't decipher that. The trauma is the trauma. They live their own experiences. Go ahead, Chris.
So you're saying it's learned behavior and parents should be more strict. Or they should set the boundaries to have balance.
I feel like is the second one. The boundaries should be set more stern and more frequently for them to not have these chemical imbalances, for them to understand.
So it's
partially the parents, partially the parents. I think it's partially
it's the food. It's the food. It's the milk. It's the water. It's that because you even there are good parents that are good parents that don't give their kids all of this, and they still murder people.
Correct.
So for you, official, it's the parents.
Yes, because they have to be they're held liable.
I'm just saying you're born that way. That's just kind of how
from the
happens.
food.
Are you hungry?
I might be a little hungry.
Nah.
I think so.
So the reason why this case was even caught was because somebody reported it, right? Which we were saying that these kids weren't popular, but I have to disagree with that because when it was reported, there was no lack in who it was or wasn't. They knew who it was. They knew who both of them were. So I don't see them not being popular. But anyway, so do you see something when you say something, or do you mind your own business?
You definitely say something when you see something.
From the outside looking in, meaning
just period. Do you see something and say something, or do you mind your own business?
Okay, I've seen and said something, but then had situations where the parent called offense, like, that's not your motherfucking child. And then I've had situations where I said something and seen something and said something. Then the parent, did what they had to do. I'm a firm believer in see something and say something because I would want that to happen for me and mine. But
so do we teach our kids that if they hear something, they see something, that they say something, that it's not being a snitch?
Yes, we have to teach them that because there's a culture saying you're being a snitch. It's not being a snitch if you're caring about your well-being. It's not a snitch.
Yeah.
You talking about either a school shooter or a murder possibly about to happen. You better say something. That could be your ass. So yeah, you better say something. And it ain't no snitch.
I feel like tell the truth. It's no such thing as snitch.
Yeah.
If you see something, if you hear something, you have to say something.
Yes.
Like, it's just very important for you to do that because you could possibly save your life and somebody else's. Mm-hmm. So it's definitely important for you to do that.
I very much feel that that goes hand in hand with integrity. If you teach your kids integrity, genuinely, they'll understand that. But if you don't, then they're gonna ride with the snitching culture.
Yeah. I always tell guys, right is right and wrong is wrong.
Exactly. That's
just what it is. Mm-hmm. It's no in between. It's no gray area in between that. It's
right
or left, right or wrong,
Right. Okay. So in the letter to the judge that Valdez sent after she's been incarcerated and finally not laughing about the fact that she's locked up, she stated to the judge that she had been influenced and groomed by a violent online true crime community.
Yeah. Yawn. Nah, because this little fat girl need to take her ass and get her ass whooping. For real. Because you don't just go and plot on this boy because you infatuated with a serial killer. Like, bro.
Here's what confuses me. All right. It's a true crime community, right?
Excuse me.
But I don't know. Maybe this is a new era of true crime communities because all the true crime communities I know, you're trying to solve or you're interested in the murder. You're not trying to be the subject
Right.
in the murder.
Yeah. All right.
Like, I'm confused. Like, what? I don't think this is a real true crime community. I think she just thought that it was.
Yeah.
I think she's just trying to save her ass, is what I think. So now you're making up these stories because your ass done sat there for 3-4 months. And now you like, shit, this is not.
This is real.
Like, oh my God.
This is real.
Right. I have rules. Oh my gosh. I can't.
I miss my mom.
Like, I'm in actual prison with adults. Like,
they probably don't even fuck with her like that.
This is not for me.
They probably don't even fuck with her because
I won't say that. There's probably somebody who took her under their wing.
Yeah, all right. I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
Somebody wrote that letter. Maybe it was her attorney. Maybe it was another inmate. She did not write that letter.
She took somebody up under her wing. That bitch was.
Yeah. Totally.
That was a big girl.
Yeah. She was bigger than most grown men. That's why I said the little fat ass need to get her ass. She worried about murdering somebody. She need to get her ass on that track and walk around that damn track. Or play some damn football, flag football or something. Do something constructive instead of fucking trying to kill people. Kids. Crazy.
She definitely got a girlfriend up in that joint.
Nah, see, I ain't want to take it that far.
She do.
Yes, I mean, hey, she a prisoner. She just
y'all
as good as a grown
real
person.
shady this episode.
Nah, y'all like, please, you poke the bear, you gonna get bit or scratched up. Come on now. She's well aware of what the fuck she was doing, and she's well aware of these comments that she's probably been called. She's probably called way worse than what we talking. She don't even know us from a can of paint. So fuck her feelings.
Okay.
Shit.
Okay.
That is.
So does true crime interest become an unhealthy obsession at times, or can it be an unhealthy obsession? I'm going to ask this question. No,
right.
I'm a true crime obsessor, and no, I'm not trying to murder nobody. So
it becomes too much though. Like, I don't think that I could sit at home and watch that type of shit all day. Like, it definitely.
You can't either?
No, I mean, I can't. No. I can't.
You don't like that to the world. But there's more to the world than this stuff.
Yes.
I'm fully aware. And I'm understanding about being aware. But that's not what I want to be overly stimulated about.
Yeah.
That's all.
It definitely brings my mood down.
It does.
It's just like, it fucks with my emotions. Like, I have to stop watching that shit.
Don't you start, Chrissy. Don't you start. You starting. Because you talking some shit right now. You starting. You starting. Don't you? I'm going to just leave that right there.
I want to hear what she has to say.
Go ahead. Finish what you're saying. Because I'm feeling you. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm going to say. Go ahead. Keep going.
I just can't. Like, it's a downer. It's a downer. Like, I've taken it down from literally watching it every day to like one day. Because it's so much. It's just like you said. It's many other things.
Overly stimulating.
Very much so. Like, I need some days to like feel for a second and get that balance back, because it's tough. Like, some shit really go into a lot of detail, and it's just like, people really like this. Like, wow.
I'm a criminal justice major, so and legal
that's your
major,
defense.
so that is my defense. That's why I obsess over it, because that is
your full defense.
That is my full defense.
Fuck out of here, man.
Yes.
I'm quite sure a lot of these defense majors, they do it and then they like, all right, I gotta unplug from this.
No, you don't. What? No, you don't. This is what you live it 24/7. Like, get out of here.
She gets a kick out of solving it or trying to solve it.
Nosy.
That
I call it nosiness.
How is it nosy? It's already a documented incident that happened.
That part is the easy part. They do all the work for you.
No, they don't. Like she said, I like to solve the case before I even know the ending.
Okay. Being nosy.
It's not being nosy.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay. So should parents monitor teenagers' online communities?
100%
yes.
agree.
Absolutely.
Yep. They should not be on adult sites. They should not be on dating sites. They should not be on any of those.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know how. I think this was a disguise. This community was a disguise, and she probably thought that she was in like, yeah, we're gonna, be indulging true crime, but I don't think it was a true crime community. Like, I don't see a true crime community being the flip side of the crime.
But the thing is, when you get into that, you see that that's not what it is. Why don't you just back out? She chose not to. This was something that fascinated her.
True.
I fully think that her parents weren't aware. I fully think that she lied to be a part of this cult. And once she was in, that's when she started connecting with these people. And these people probably didn't know she was a kid.
I just think, honestly, I think that the whole thing was a facade. I don't think she was ever a part of any cult. I think this was all her in her mind doing. I think she got the CSM on her own. And because she probably wasn't getting the attention, she started seeking attention elsewhere. I don't know. She seems like a bit of a narcissist to me.
There goes that word.
Yeah. That word.
See,
you took the words right out my mouth.
There goes that word again.
I'm saying, people are born narcissists.
But they're not born killers?
No.
Yeah, they're born killers. They're born killer narcissists.
I feel like it's a little bit of both. I feel like it's a little bit of both.
Killer narcissist.
Wow. That is crazy. That is crazy.
I think narcissism is taught.
I
don't think you're wrong with it. You can't
teach that. No, narcissists, they develop their own narcissism.
I feel like you gaslight them. You can gaslight their ass. But I don't know about teaching narcissism.
I don't think you can teach it. I think it's in them for sure.
Okay.
Anyway, so we're going to move on from that story and move on to a more heinous crime story. The death of 7-year-old Casper O'Brien. Michigan prosecutors have charged Damian O'Brien and Jessica O'Brien following the death of their 7-year-old son, Casper O'Brien. According to the information provided, Casper reportedly weighed approximately 255 pounds when he died at 7. First responders were called to the family.
Hold on. Let's talk about that. 55 pounds, at 7. You know how a 7-year-old looks, how tall they are? Just imagine that. Okay, 7 years old. They're no taller than 4 foot, if that.
And he was bedridden, obviously.
He was 255 pounds, y'all. That is crazy.
But he gained 100 and something pounds in a year, which is insane. Like, what were you feeding him?
Feeding him damn whole turkeys. That's what they were feeding. Cornmeal, bags of that shit. They were feeding him like he was a real animal, like he was a horse. They were feeding him like he was in the stable, bruh. He was about to be in Preakness, in Kentucky Derby. But he was 7 years old. That's crazy. Anyway, go ahead. It's crazy.
First responders were called to the family Flint home after he stopped breathing, which is okay. Prosecutors alleged that he was not receiving appropriate nutrition and care, and each parent faces charges including second-degree murder, torture, and second-degree child abuse. Criminal charges are allegations, and guilt must be determined through the court process, obviously, but they definitely killed their son.
Right.
Okay. So, at what point does improper feeding become alleged medical neglect or abuse? Matter of fact, let's pause that for a second. Let's get back to the fact that this 7-year-old weighed 255 pounds.
Yeah.
And their house apparently was filthy. The father worked. The mother was a stay-at-home mom. They had another little girl. They had twins, but one of the twins died, so they just had the little girl.
Mm-hmm.
And they said she was obese too. But the only thing I can see happening is like literally you just allow them to just go in the kitchen and just eat every 5 minutes. Well, but he was bedridden. So how was that even possible?
No, he was bedridden at the end. That means he was gaining weight all the way up until he was bedridden.
No, he had been bedridden before then because
Nah. He was a big child long before he hit that 255 pounds and he was bedridden. He was doing whatever the fuck he wanted to do, and them parents didn't give a fuck about what he was eating, what he was doing, let alone how he was feeling, because they wanted him to shut up.
I think the mother was depressed a lot about the fact that one, she lost the one children, and the fact that they thought the kid was that Casper was autistic.
They don't get no easy way out.
No, I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I'm not saying that's the easy way out. But
he was non-verbal, correct?
Well, it was never actually diagnosed.
It never got determined.
He could have been non-verbal because he always had food in his mouth.
Or he could be non-verbal because the motherfucker didn't go to school.
But yeah, that's another thing. He was never enrolled.
He was never in school.
Ever.
Which I think it should be a federal
offense.
Anyway.
We'll
get to that point.
What really bothered me, the fact that they went to doctor's appointments.
The dog did too.
And the dog went to...
the dog, yes. They took the dog.
But they hadn't taken him.
Nope, not since he was like what, 3?
I think he had only one doctor's appointment
his
entire 7-year life.
Yeah. Insane.
One.
They said the state didn't even know that the kids existed, which is crazy to me.
So how the fuck are they doing taxes?
I'm gonna sip something on that one.
How the fuck are you doing your taxes if you don't know the kid exists and they were married, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And he made good money.
He made good money.
Didn't seem
way
like
too much good money for that house to be that filthy.
Or let alone them kids
being
neglected.
Full coverage for all of them through his job.
Medically, yes.
So okay, so
yeah.
It also, the kids seemed a little. If y'all look at the videos, the kids looked a little not all there.
Casper definitely looked off since he was born. He definitely looked like he had a little
something was going on.
Wrong.
Something was going on. And the fact that the parents did not care enough to see or take him to the doctor, just to take him to the doctor, because the doctor would have said what was going on.
You want to know what I want to know? I want to know she got prenatal care.
Prenatal, yeah.
She had to go to a hospital at some point to give birth.
Right, but I don't know if she got prenatal care. Because they give you a test to see if your child is autistic or is going to be having a
delay,
condition.
But you also have to ask for that. Like, it's not something that they just give you. Like, you have to.
They don't think her excuse for not going to a doctor after the fact is, I feel like, may have been an excuse why she did not go during pregnancy.
I think we have to call it what it is. They were neglectful as parents. And that's just what the fuck it is. They didn't care. They did not fucking care about either one of them children, and to live how they were living. The detectives went in there and said, I've never seen something so infested.
Yeah.
The landlord didn't go inside. They were leaving, what they said, they leaving money out on the porch.
They would leave the rent on the porch so the landlord couldn't come in. But not only that, they said when they closed him up in the body bag, he didn't stink of decomposition. The little boy stunk of not being bathed.
Infection. He had infection in between the creases of his skin, the folds of his skin.
Like, that's crazy. It's crazy.
7 years.
Then they had feces all around the house, and I'm telling you, like...
Oh, it was dried up in his diaper as well.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yes, which means he had that diaper on for probably a day or 2 days or however. But at 7, why you wearing a diaper?
Well, he couldn't get up to go.
There's a bad hand.
You really think this 7-year-old
There's
boy?
A bad hand.
You really think this 7-year-old boy know how to use a bedpan?
I'm just saying.
Let alone his parents.
I'm just saying.
No.
The lady was a stay-at-home mom. There was absolutely no.
No, there's no explanation. None. There's no explanation for that.
But how does your child be 255 pounds at 7?
That's like grown ass men.
That's exactly what I could.
Like, that's not normal.
I said, you realize LeBron James, he is 250 plus, 6 foot plus, and look how big he is. This little kid weighed almost as much as him, and not even, and about a quarter of his height. A quarter! That's crazy. He probably about half. I'll give or take. I'm gonna say half. 4 foot. That's crazy.
And then they said somebody was living in the house.
Yeah. The uncle or something.
And he didn't say nothing. He didn't have no opinion. He didn't go to police. Call CPS.
The uncle said, "Mind my business. I got a roof over my head. They ain't my kids. I'm minding my business. They not my kids.
What I'm saying
I ain't gotta take them to school.
Had help.
I ain't doing nothing.
She had help.
Yeah,
with those kids. There was no excuse for this. But I don't understand
that you wiped him with white.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then they asked you when the last time you bathed him, and you couldn't tell.
No.
First of all, you need a goddamn washcloth, some fucking soap, and some goddamn antibiotics. The way they said that little baby looked. That don't make sense. On top of that, the detective said they had to be forced. They had to been force feeding him. Because
that's what I'm saying.
He's going to gain that much weight.
Yeah. Yeah.
In that little amount of time.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. They was making him eat. Like, you were making your child ridiculous. And she probably ain't need to take baths.
Neither one of them.
The husband probably ain't need to take. I want to know his job.
But they had running water. Everything was up and running.
They had a roof. They had running water. They had food. They had a good life.
You know what they
and
did?
they did not.
You know what they didn't have? You know what they didn't have? They didn't have no goddamn common sense. That's what they didn't have. The most crucial thing in they fucking head that should have been in their brain since long before these kids were even conceived was common sense.
I don't think she had any. That's why her child was maybe a bit. Children were a bit.
Nah, no excuse.
I don't think she was all there either.
There's people that are out here taking care of far worse, and I don't want to say it like that, far worse cases for their children. They're agree. Well taken care of.
But they're not. They have it all there. I don't think she ever had it all there to begin with. He did.
She didn't look like it.
But she did not look like she had it all there.
Well, yeah, she did have like a whole beard.
But then he looked weird too.
Her beard was almost as thick as mine. Nah, let me stop. But yeah, she did have a beard though. She did though. I was like, what? There's something going on. She had something going on there. More than peach fuzz, I tell you that.
Dang.
There's something going on. Anyway.
Okay. Let's move on to red flag or nah.
Boy, yeah. The favorite.
My favorite game.
Yeah. Okay. Your teenager spends hours in violent online communities but says it's just entertainment. Red flag or nah.
That's a red flag. There's come a time where you gotta take that phone away and be like, get the fuck outside and do something.
Is it when they're already engaged, or do we try to prevent that?
You prevent. It's a preventative measure for sure.
Well,
gotta prevent it.
It's an attempt to prevent it, but yeah, your child jokes about harming someone but insists everybody makes dark jokes.
Red flag.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Red flag. Yeah. These questions are a little complex over here. All right. Go ahead, keep going.
A teenager is caught carrying a knife, gloves, and cleaning supplies at school, but claims there was never an intention to hurt anyone.
Red flag? What the fuck you carrying the knife to school for? Yeah.
Well, kids do.
Yeah.
Illegal knife.
Illegal?
There are legal
knives. Okay. But you can still kill somebody with.
Yeah.
That has been.
But the other accessories with that is the problem.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. That's like a whole package of after murder. Okay.
Stop it.
Parents say checking true crime.
Yeah.
Parents say checking a teenager's phone is an invasion of privacy.
Red flag.
Red flag or no?
Red flag. Who pays for that motherfucker?
There are some parents who will not check their kid's phone because they feel like it's an invasion of privacy.
Privacy? You don't have no privacy.
Who pays for
just
that
like official said, I pay the phone bill.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
You're not to tell me, no, give me your phone.
No, give me the code or open the phone. Either one, because I'm getting in the phone.
Teenager blames an online community for influencing their violent behavior. Red flag or not?
Red flag. Because you either wanted to do it or you didn't.
Well, you didn't.
Okay, I'm with you.
Okay. A family member notices a child's health rapidly declining, but stays silent to avoid family drama.
Red flag.
Red flag. You don't care about that child. You don't care.
Okay. And the $1 million question. You as a parent say, I provide the food, but I can't control what my child eats.
Red flag.
I mean, that's not really a red flag because, you are providing food. The law says you have to feed your child.
Okay.
So if you provide the food, you can't really control what they eat. Like, we can't control what the kids eat when we're not here.
Exactly.
So, but we provide the food. We bought the food.
Right. We provide it. Right. But when it's gone, then what?
Then we have to buy more food.
Exactly. So that means they don't necessarily get what they want. They don't eat what
That's
they
not
want.
what the question is saying. The question is saying that as a parent, we provide the food, but we can't control what they eat.
Yeah, we can control what they eat.
We can control what they eat. We cannot control how much of it they eat.
Yes.
Right.
So yes, we provide the food.
Right.
They eat it.
Mm-hmm.
If why are you looking at me like that? We provide the food they eat. Like what is going on here? What are we doing?
I'm trying to find out what we're doing. Like,
I think that only becomes a problem if you're buying all chips, if you're buying all cookies, if you're buying all the sugary drinks and things like that. I think I think that's when it becomes a problem. But if you're a good parent, you have a balance.
Yeah.
You get your salads and your fruits and your vegetables and all of that is incorporated in what you're buying.
Go ahead. We got you. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
The law does not say you can't buy snacks, drinks, sodas, and junk food.
Is it not common sense to have a fucking balance?
Well, you know.
Okay. Ain't no well you
no,
know
no. Cause see,
ain't no well you know nothing.
See, because there's a government assisted program called WIC that teaches you to buy balanced food for your children
and for yourself,
but they only give it to certain people. So if I don't qualify for WIC, I don't know what the balance is to feed my child.
Yes, you should know. You should know that your child needs vegetables. You should know that your child needs fruit and milk and cheese and like all of the different things. That's common fucking sense.
Nah.
That is common sense.
If you are old enough and aware enough to spread your legs to have this kid, you have enough wherewithal to balance your fucking food. Stop.
But what teenager wants to
kidding me right now?
Listen, what teenager wants to eat wheat cereal?
That's been stupid to assume that.
Listen, once you get to a certain age, kids eat everything.
Right.
What teenager wants to eat wheat cereal with fucking raisins in it and shit? You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna want to eat that. When you're on the road, you not stopping. Let me use my WIC so I can go in here and get some fucking gluten-free crackers. Like, you not thinking that. You stopping at McDonald's. You stopping at all the fast food places. Your kids
get my crab legs.
Unhealthy balance.
I'm getting my crabs.
That's not an unhealthy balance.
Unhealthy balance.
I'm getting my seafood broil.
When you're on the go, and you're always busy,
you're not
able to have a healthy balance.
Yes, you are.
You're not.
Or your kids, you are. How many people are traveling on the road all the fucking time with their kids?
Get that juicy juice.
Nobody.
I am.
You're not. Your kids are in school at some point.
Yes, and when they get out of school, we don't get home till late. And
but you also
not me.
First of all, okay, you start your meals before you leave out the house a lot of the fucking time. So don't include your stuff.
Let's be real. Dinner is done for the night before.
Exactly. We eat leftovers.
That's not always.
Nah.
But if they can't eat till we get home at 10 o'clock at night.
Okay, so
I can't feed them while we out.
Okay,
they're not going to eat when we get home.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
So the kids aren't babies anymore. So that's now. If you're talking about babies, they can eat whenever the fuck you feel like feeding them. If they're babies, yeah, they're babies, and y'all getting in the house at 10 o'clock at night, and they crying like they hungry. Yeah, you should have been fed them while you were out. But they're gonna eat when they want to eat.
I'm so confused right now.
Confused about what?
What are you talking about?
We're talking about balance. When you go to the grocery store, you get fruits and vegetables, and you get your meats and things like that. That is a balanced or considered a balanced grocery.
Starches, yeah.
Fruits and vegetables are expensive.
Yeah.
Unless you get the frozen ones on sale.
But oh my god, okay, you taking it somewhere else. But is that what you buy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess.
I'm confused. If they want a snack, if you don't have chips or candy or whatever, they go and get some grapes, or they go and get an orange, or they go get an apple.
Or apple.
Like that is considered balance, sweetheart.
For all y'all ratchets out there, stop using WIC for your seafood broils and getting your crab legs.
That's not how WIC works.
That's not how WIC works?
No, it's not.
All y'all scamming.
It's only
y'all scamming asses.
That is not how that works.
That's not how it works?
That's not
so
how that
all those people on stamps, you ain't selling your stamps?
Okay, that's totally different.
That's something totally different.
So WIC and stamps is different.
I know WIC and stamps are different, but damn.
We're talking about WIC.
Oh, just WIC?
Just WIC.
Mm-hmm.
Because WIC is the one where you can only get fruit, vegetables, and lentils.
Yes. And milk and eggs and all that.
Milk
I get it.
and eggs.
I know.
But then
peanut butter.
But then what y'all haven't mentioned is that they cut you off at a certain age.
Yeah, you do.
Well, that's what I was saying. That's what I should have said. Yeah. You only can get WIC until their child is like what, 5?
So that means you hot pockets, stop having babies.
So we only can be healthy for our children until they're 5. And then after that, they can't be healthy anymore.
Yeah,
that's not true.
I think it's only up until they're 4, right?
It's 5.
It's 5.
I was 4. Oh, okay.
It's 5.
5. Okay. Well, I got gypped. I got scammed.
I'm done with the show.
I got scammed.
Right. I'm done.
Isabel, you got scammed.
I'm done with the show. Like,
You are owed a year of WIC. Sorry. I'm joking. I'm joking, y'all. I'm joking. But yeah, y'all gotta stop taking advantage of that and start taking care of your kids, man. Because shit like this is happening to kids every day. Like that's not
a child being 255 pounds, 7 years old is not happening every day.
That's all right.
Okay?
That's exaggerated. No, for real. That's exaggerated. But there are kids being neglected all because the parents don't want to upset them or they want to keep coddling them.
We don't know why he was 255 pounds. We don't know why they was force feeding him. We don't know why he was 100-something pounds to be bedridden before he was 255 pounds to be bedridden.
So there's
Man.
So you don't think they tried to get some sort of medical disability for him?
No, they didn't need to. Why would they need medical disability? She was a stay-at-home mother.
Yeah. And if you make over a certain amount, I don't even think you can get that.
You have to use your medical benefits.
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
Yeah.
you qualify for it.
It's pointless.
Excuse me.
They just
All
did
right.
this baby dirty. That's just what it is.
Yeah, for sure.
They were not meant to be parents. And that I feel so sorry for that 7-year-old. I really wish he would have had a better life.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously. But I really wish a uncle, a mother, a grandparent,
a neighbor,
somebody would have been like, why them kids? Because they saw them playing outside. Why you ain't call CPS? Why them kids? Oh, wait. Why they ain't never going to school? Sometimes you got to be a little bit.
Just a little inquisitive.
A little bit nosy.
Yeah, just a little bit. I mean, it's healthy nosiness. There is some help, but I don't know about her. There is some healthy nosiness.
That goes back to the if you see something, say something.
Say something. Yes. Yeah. Yes. And I mean, even if you tell the police and they go and they investigate and it's not what you think it was, at least you did your due diligence for those kids because to
save those kids' lives, you got to be a little nosy, like
right.
Yeah. Little Casper is getting a little hefty over there. What's going on?
But not even that. Just like the girl that left her baby and went to Puerto Rico with her boyfriend, and the baby, she came back and 6 days later the baby was dead. People heard the baby crying and didn't even go knock on the door to be like, you gonna shut that baby up? This shit was all the way in goddamn Puerto Rico. Okay.
Thank you.
Tonight's stories were difficult, but conversations about protecting children cannot only happen after a tragedy. Pay attention, ask questions, listen without judgment, and when something feels dangerous, speak up. Drop your thoughts below. Are parents responsible for what influences their child sees online? And should teenagers accused of serious violent crimes be charged as adults? And this is Hot Mic Code T, where the mic stays hot and the T stays cold. And we will see you in the after show. Bye.
You know, sometimes when you date a nigga and they act like they the one, the whole time they just a fucking fraud. I'ma let you hear this for yourself. Book a fraud. Should've known you was just a fucking fraud. Book a fraud. Counterfeit designs back like DHgate. Book a fraud. Fraud like BBLs and butt injections. Book a fraud. Fuck you thought this was? I don't do menage a trois. Moving like you Stevie J. Clarissa put him up and coming in this nigga. Should've threw you back before I ever let you touch my pussy. Don't get scared now. It's that karma shit. I'ma expose you like a snitch. And once I'm done with you, book a fraud. You gon' be somebody's bitch.